you've ever had a piercing, you probably know this feeling. Have you ever like panicked because you couldn't get off like a piece of jewelry or a piece of clothing? You're trying to take it off and you're trying to be cool and then you're like, oh my God, it's not coming off, it's not coming off. That's what's happening with this earring and we can't get it off and I'm starting to like panic. I want it out of my ear. But we had to cut it out. Now Jake's looking for the bottom. Show him the tool you had to use. I had to cut it with that. Were you scared? I was scared.
A little bit. I had to keep it cool first.
I can't believe I get to make this. Medicube sent me their entire line. It's like a whole collection of products that are designed to work together. They're gonna work flawlessly in seam with each other. So I don't have to think about like, am I using the right toner with this moisturizer, with this, whatever. So let's go through this box and talk about it all. First, daily facial spray. So I've been using like a spray toner every day. I'm excited to try this one. Non-sticky face mist containing hypochlorous acid that helps soothe and calm the skin. Okay, perfect. Because I love like right after I wash my face to use a spray like this to just like calm and set everything in and put some kind of little barrier over like all the elements your face is gonna go into. So there's the first one. Look at the bottle. It's just beautiful. It's a pretty wide spray too. Ooh, it smells so good, like eucalyptus. Oh my gosh, love that. So like first thing in the morning when I get up and I just like rinse my face, throw on a little of that, and then maybe some like hyaluronic acid so I can do my gua sha. Oh my gosh. I already know I love this. When we were driving down from Idaho to Texas, we went through the mountains, we went through storms, we went through snow, then we went through the desert. It was super dry, it was hot. I put this on every single night, slept in it, and oh my gosh, it made such a huge difference. Also, I did a really bad job on my tan last night, so forgive that. This stuff will make you so hydrated and dewy in the morning. You put it on at night, sleep in it. It's like a jelly consistency, and then you peel it off in the morning. Ooh. The niacinamide capsule cream. I've been seeing this on TikTok. I'm super excited to try this one. Also, all the directions are in Korean, which is to me so amazing because I lived in Koreatown, LA for years, and I would go to the like skincare stores over there and get all the things, especially if I was going home to like visit my niece who's like a skincare buff, or you know, like gifts for girls or whatever. And I got like the sheet masks for my bachelorette party. Oh my gosh. So I'm really excited to try this one. Mix the pink capsules and the red on the back of your hand, then gently apply it to the skin. If you prefer a lighter formula, use the red gel proportion. Use a higher red gel proportion. Heavier moisturization and elasticity, use higher pink proportion. That's cool. You get to tailor this one to whatever your skincare needs are. Let's go ahead and open that one. Let's just see how she feels. So I actually only have like mascara on my face right now so that I can play with the products. This one comes with a little spoon. This is the niacinamide capsule cream. So it's like a jelly consistency with the pink beads in it for you to mix. And I'm just gonna use the jelly because I wanna play with all the products in this right now. Ooh, super moisturizing. I can already feel it. Oh my gosh. I love when it feels like a slip, you know what I mean? Like it just gives like, it moisturizes, but it doesn't get like sticky as you rub it in. Put a little on my décolletage too. I've already washed my face, but it comes with 2 forms of cleansers. First, a 0 pore blackhead cleansing oil. This one has niacinamide in it. And then there's this one, 0 pore salicylic acid clear capsule foaming cleansing foam. So this one's a foam, this one's an oil. And then, oh my gosh, all the PDRN stuff. It's so big on TikTok and it's so worth the hype. So these are the PDRN pink collagen toning pads. I love that because you can make it so easy to like put on your toner. It's just with a pad and it comes with 70 pads. So essentially like a little over 2 months because I'll use one a day. Comes with like a pack of the PDRN, like the jelly, and then the pads themselves in this like big pink thing, which is so cute with the tweezers for them. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you pour this whole thing into here. You put them on your skin and leave them for up to 5 minutes. I've never done that with a toning pad before. Yeah, you put them on whatever desired area and leave them for 5 minutes and then kind of rub them in to absorb the rest of the good stuff. A couple more products if you can believe it. The PDRN 1-day serum salmon egg extract. Holy cow. You get 10 of these. They're like little like individual packets. So you really get like 10 chances with this. I'm gonna save these for the nights that I do like my micro needling or like my big facial because I want these to feel like a special treat. So these are like me night, like self-care night, treat. And lastly, they sent 2 of the kojic acid, I hope I'm saying that right, turmeric brightening gel masks. So 2 of these. So essentially you have like your everyday stuff, 2 cleansers, your daily facial spray, your toning pads, then your moisturizer, and then nighttime I'm going to use the cleansing oil of the 2 moisturizers, and then like once a week I'll do like the mask or the serum with my microneedling or my chemical peel, and then I'll sleep in this one. So you have truly like a day and a night routine in this whole thing, and every product from the same brand, they're all designed to work together, which is such a relief because I feel like I have so many products that just are like random. So now I know that they go together. So this is amazing. Thank you, Medicube. I'm so stoked. Like, just, I can't even pick it all up in one. This is crazy. This isn't even all of it. Okay, so there you go. There's our Medicube new routine. Okay, new day. We're going to tackle this closet. We've been here for like 4 or 5 days with all of our clothes and all of our stuff, so it's time to put it away. It's been time to put it away. And I just thought while we did, I would just chat about what happened this morning because I feel like I had a big unblocking, so I want to share it. And go over all the clothes that I'm unpacking and I get to wear now. This morning, I was like just journaling, randomly having my coffee as I do, and I came across this like big question that accidentally just like fell out of me into my journal. Get you right, girl, get you right. I'm not really straight. I'm still filming on my iPhone, so it's not the best, you know? I'm working on trusting, I'm working on having presence in the moment, I'm working on not worrying all the time and being super hyper vigilant. I have a tendency to like constantly be looking over my shoulder for danger because I think in my family the men were breadwinners, you know, and the ones that went out into the workforce more so. My mom only worked part-time and so did my grandma, but they were like the masterminds a little bit. They were the emotionally intelligent ones, and I think I picked up that. I know I picked up that. Caretaking is a really easy way to earn love and show love. Not just like cooking and stuff like that. I'm talking about like, also, isn't this gorgeous? It's got like a cutout in the back, and I got this from like a TJ Maxx. It's midi length. I love this dress so much. I'm not talking about just like cooking meals because that we did that. But in our house now, Jake does a lot of the cooking for some reason. I'm just like kind of over it. Dinner kind of freaks me out. I have some like food things about like fears of overeating, a history of disordered eating, including orthorexia, where I was obsessed with eating healthy, didn't eat bread for years. Anyway, so the caretaking was more like looking out for people and doing their emotional labor for them. And we also had a couple of people in our family. We were a very, very big family, cousins and aunts, and we all like at one point shared a house because we were building my parents' house together, like as a whole huge family project. So there was just a lot of people to consider. And I learned that being a good girl meant looking out for what problems might arise, having no needs myself, and taking care of those higher needs people, because like it earned me praise and love to be low needs, and it also seemed like it avoided the shame of having needs and being like, Rachel, you're being too much. My family was very loving, by the way. They're still very, very close, but every family, no matter how perfect or seemingly perfect, there's going to be issues. You're going to pick up stuff. Anyway, this morning I was journaling and it just kind of fell out, the question like, do you have a purpose for me? Do you have a plan for me? Did you save anything for me? I forgot that I had been asking that question right after chemo, like every hour of every day. When I was in chemo, it was pretty easy to look ahead and have this like beautiful dream of what my life was going to be. And I was so excited to finish chemo and go back to my normal life. But then when I did finish chemo and went back to my normal life, I was like, oh yeah, I don't really like my life. We were living in a smaller town. I had always been kind of an outcast there. I just wasn't happy. I didn't really want to go back to that life. And I was like, this is not what I fought for. But I also had this fear because I had just survived a stage 4B diagnosis, which was the last of the stages for my type of cancer. So that question that just kind of like fell out onto my journal pages of, did you save anything for me? I had this kind of fear that maybe the universe hadn't planned on me sticking around, like surviving. And that's a confusing place to be because I go back into life and it's like, it's not that things were necessarily harder. I just was like, this feels really meh. and I want it to feel really wow. And so I changed things. I went and studied abroad in London like as fast as I could. I moved over to the closest city, Seattle. I did things to try to get out of that meh feeling, but it just still having been raised to be a selfless person and to constantly give. And by the way, when I say selfless person, I realize it's very selfish actually, because I was trying to get my own needs met by helping other people. So it wasn't truly selfless, but being a self-sacrificing person and constantly on the lookout for how to be helpful or how to see people's problems before they even see them, it felt like being a burden to the universe to even question, like, was I supposed to survive? And if so, what do you want from me to prove that I actually deserved that? Because that was a miracle. That was a miracle to survive. I don't think that this question is unique to me at all, by the way. Also, this I wear every single day, basically. It's a strapless black tube dress, and I got it from Forever, like, honestly, a decade ago. I wear it all the time, especially if it's self-tanning day. I'll just put this on, and that way I don't have any, like, lines or marks from the clothes I'm wearing on my new tan. Anyway, I don't think that this is at all unique to me. I think we're all to some degree wondering, like, do I matter here? Does the universe or God or higher power or just nature or society or the people around me, am I valued in those spaces? Am I valued by those people, things, forces? Is there a purpose to my being here? But after going through chemo, those questions were even more like pressing, because I was like, I really owe something to everyone and everything, including the whole universe, including my friends and family, including the doctors who saved my life. So pretty scary to ask that question at that point, especially at 17. And it was like, suddenly my life was under a time crunch, you know? I had only been alive 17 years and already almost died. So it felt like I was already running out of time. And it felt like there was this huge ticking clock in the background all the time that I could just hear constantly ticking away and being like, your life is going by, your life is going by, you better hurry, you better get stuff done, you don't know if it's going to come back, you don't know if you're going to get sick again, you don't know if something else is going to happen. And that kind of feeling happens to everybody too. At some age in your life, you'll be like, holy cow, what I'm living is my life. This much time has passed. I'm hoping for this much more time, but it's not guaranteed. Like, those revelations come to us all. I just had them like really under a magnifying glass because of having had cancer, but also because I was really hard on myself, and I was at an age where I was ready to ask really, really big questions of myself and being alive and the universe and the world. I'm the only one that likes this. I don't care. It's like a cardigan, and it's knit cheetah print, long, and then it's got the fur collar, and I wore it in the desert, and I think it was the best decision ever on our road trip down. I just love it. I can't help it. So the question of, do you have a purpose for me? Is there a reason I got to stay alive, that I got this miracle? Am I doing it right? Am I doing this life after cancer correctly? Am I fulfilling whatever it is that the universe wanted me to fulfill? Terrifying questions to ask. At 17, at 38, it doesn't really matter. I'm still scared of the questions, but I have to ask. Jake and I were talking this morning about like whether you're the type of person who needs to look at the thing or like avoid looking at the thing. I need to look at the thing. The cut, the train wreck, the whatever, the problem, like I need to look at it deeply. But then what's underneath that big question? What's underneath the, do you have room for me? Did you save a purpose for me? Did you save any resources for me? Do I still belong here on earth? What's underneath that? It turned out for me that it was a fear of like mattering. I didn't have confidence / don't, because I still asked it today, of whether I matter, but that's probably comes from having that role of the good girl, good daughter of like, I'll be super helpful, I'll put these people first, I'll take care of other people, make sure they're all good, and then I'll receive praise for doing that, and hopefully my needs will be met too. This is an opera coat. It was my grandmother's. These are actually like sleeves, like it attaches here. It's just so like, come on. And where does that trust even like live? In journaling further through it, it was like, oh, I kind of looked at a childhood / adolescence / adulthood where I've never relaxed into like, yes, there's room for me here. Yes, the universe has a path that I can't mess up. There's just always been this like tight grip of, am I doing this right? Do I deserve to do this? Do I deserve more than this? Like, how do I earn that more? How do I prove I deserve that more? It's been a long, hard road of that, but I do believe the universe will give you whatever it is that you want. So the more that I was like, this is right. This is that struggle, suffering thing I was talking about in the last video of like, if I wanted it hard, the universe was going to let it be hard because it loves us so much that it's going to give us whatever we want and we think about. So then what does it look like to trust? I had to dive into moments when I thought back in childhood and my mother, who was so incredibly hardworking, and how I wanted to be her little helper. I wanted to be her little best friend. And because women in history, not just my family, are taught to like be caretakers, that's what I learned. And so there's a selfishness I feel and a lot of shame around that selfishness of like wanting attention or wanting resources or wanting blessings. And I've got to get over that. And it came up today through that question of like, do you have these things for me? The fact that I'm questioning it is key, is indicative of all the beliefs. And then the answer to the question of just relaxing and being like, what would it have been like, just hypothetically, to be like an only child with a parent who had ample time, ample resources, ample finances, to just sit and be a parent with you? Like, what would that have felt like? To just fully relax into playing, being, exploring, making things up, playing imagination, learning about the world with a parent guardian over you who had nothing to do but just make you the center of attention. Even as I do things in my work that do make me the center of attention, like say I'm modeling or something, I feel a shame and a guilt about that. And I worry about like, am I making that person feel bad? Am I making this person's life harder? Like so many thoughts of like other people's experience of me having that attention, and usually they're like negative or trying to avoid the negative, even if that's not their experience. And that's where I need to let go and control. So the unlock truly was a curiosity around relaxing into not only does the universe have space for me and that I don't have to struggle and strive and fight to fulfill, but also that it wants me to fulfill it in a way that feels loved, like an only child with a parent with all the resources. So I'm trying to just experience the world that way. Like today, just being like, I'm the main character and I don't have to have a whole lot of shame around that. Bag number 2, looks like dress clothes. Before any more heart to hearts, I'm just gonna go through some of these. This is a matching set. All this is gonna need to be steamed. It's got a skirt and then this cute little like vest. And I actually don't wear anything under the vest, I just tie it. But I wore it in Paris last year with Jake and I wanted to wear it every day. It's so, so cute. No one likes this dress but me, but I love this dress. I wore it one time to a fashion show in LA. Thought I was very cool that night. It's a midi dress and it's like sheer right here. And it's tie-dye. And then it's low back. Another matching set. We love a matching set. Pants, like a wide leg pant. And again, I don't wear anything underneath it. Usually this one ties here. And then you've got the matching pants underneath. I wore this for our engagement. So cute, midi length. I wore this to our engagement dinner, which was at, oh my gosh, I can't remember. It's that restaurant on Silver Lake, or in Silver Lake, right on Sunset. And it's like, you go in through the big gates and then it's almost like a rainforest inside. It's really beautiful. Oh my gosh. I don't remember what it's called. Lip dress. This I actually wore the day we got engaged, which was out in Temecula at a winery. It's just like a black, or like a blue with black trim. And he proposed at 5 a.m. Very, very early. And then we were supposed to go on a hot air balloon, but the weather was scary and they canceled it, thank God. This is a vintage silk Dior robe, which I have worn as a dress. It was my grandmother's as well, and it's got like a little bit of a gold trim on it. It's just so beautiful. Look at how old that tag is. Oh my God, I can't even show it. Look at that. Yeah, so vintage silk robe. Weird angle, but whatever. I've been going by Rachael Yahne Christman for a year and a half. That's how long we've been married. And I just feel like I chose that because I thought there was still readers who were looking at old articles written by my maiden name, Rachael Yahne. And I knew that they were still out there because I would get letters still from people being like, oh my gosh, I read this in the Huffington Post, or oh, this helped me so much. So I kept the Yahne, but now Rachael Yahne Christman feels a little bit like an old me or something. It just feels also very clunky. So I'm thinking about switching to Rachael Christman, which would be so much easier. I don't feel particularly like tied to the Yahne name, but I also don't feel super tied to the Christman name, Jake's name, because that's obviously not my birth name. So I don't know what to do about that, but it is on my mind. What do you think? Rachael Christman or Rachael Yahne Christman?
I think Rachael Christman for sure. I'm pretty biased.
Why do you think that?
Because it's my last name.
Well, I have your last name anyways, but drop the Yahne.
It's more fluid for Rachael Christman.
I know, it's so much easier. And our kids are going to be Christmans if we have them, so.
Right.
We matched today.
Oh,
but like
well.
opposites, because we're that couple that likes to match. We don't care. Today we're going to Central Market. I keep calling it Grand Central Market because I think that's the one that's in LA with all the food vendors in it, but this one I think is called Central Market. And I've heard that it's just amazing and that you can like grab a beer and go shop around. Fit check before we go. So kind of matchy. Kind of
Yeah.
matchy. This is a knit shirt I found H&M on clearance. These are shorts.
These are shorts.
These are shorts.
I don't know if they're cross. Bracelet. And we just have like a nice black
He has a bunch of different bands for his Apple Watch now, and so
Oh,
he can like
yeah.
dress in that. This is a knit top that I got from Lulu's. It actually, I had kind of a matching pant. They didn't come together, but the pant kept like blowing out at the knees because it was knit. So every time I'd like wear it, the knees would get really baggy. And then these shorts actually have a matching sweater top too, but I decided to mix them together today. And of course, we are braless and flawless.